Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coscast for another episode. Today, as always, we've got another content creator, another Twitch streamer, someone who is quite unknown to myself, but I have bumped into him many times and I have watched him many times. And every time I have, I've been absolutely dying with laughter. I met him in roleplay and the guy left me absolutely speechless. He's a very, very good entertainer. He comes up with very good ideas. And when I introduce him, you will know of his recent stunt that was very, very clever and very successful. Might even go into that straight away because it was a very clever idea. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jakeydavies on the Coscast.
Hi mate, you okay? But I got
Yeah.
me blushing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight into it to get it out of the way. The Angry Ginge stunt for Halloween.
Oh yeah. Honestly, my dad's idea.
Really? You can't say that.
Genuinely, I had an idea for it, and I was gonna get the wig, and then he came up with the idea as well at the same time, and he just went to me, do it. But I was thinking, right, it's either gonna look like I'm heavily begging it here, or it's gonna be a laugh. I weren't sure which way it was gonna go, but I thought I think it's funny. I think my chat will think it's funny. Do it, and yeah, it did all right. To be fair,
I think it's right. You're known for being very comical anyway, but like you say, there is that risk element of are you begging it? But Ginger's the kind of guy, and I know how successful it went. He sort of thought he was laughing his head off, you cheeky bastard. But Ginger's a good guy. He's got a sense of humour, hasn't he? But like you say, it's a risk. When you look up for someone like that and you want to do something funny, like you say, are you going to look like you're begging it? It can go really wrong or really well. And luckily, I think you got a raid at the end of it, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah, I did. I've had a couple now, which I'm very grateful for. So it's merged together. But yeah, I think I did.
So you and your dad came up with that idea together.
Yeah. To be fair, I started doing this, and it started doing a lot better than I ever thought it would. Like just as is at the minute. And my dad caught swing of it. So I got my first ginger raid, and my dad was like, "That's mental." Then my dad got into a bit of a world of it, and every now and then he gives me a good idea or so. So he's probably my biggest supporter, I'd say.
So you're obviously then, like you say, your dad's very supportive of what you're doing.
He is.
Which exactly. I suppose. Do you still live with parents?
Yeah. I'm 19. I'm not quite there yet, but.
So when you're screaming the house down, he's probably sat there cheering, or.
It depends. My mum's not happy. My mum's not happy a lot of the time, but she knows that I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm grateful that she doesn't shout at me too much. Typically, I'll get a text and she's like, "Please, will you quiet down?" Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll change from "Please, can you quiet down" to "Jake, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep," quite quickly.
Trouble is, you're at home, you're safe, you're not at the pub, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're in your bed.
Yeah.
They can. And how long have you been streaming?
6 months now.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh shit! So not long at all then.
No, literally just the thing I started doing in May, I think.
And I noticed I think your Discord's like 2017, so you've obviously been gaming for a long time then.
Yeah, I think I got my first computer in 2017 for Christmas. I've always played games and stuff like that. Content creation is literally something I've always been interested in. I think for like when I was 8 for Christmas, I asked for a YouTube channel. So quite an easy present there for the parents. I think they were buzzing with that one. But yeah, I just made YouTube videos up probably about to the age of 11, 12. And it becomes cringe, doesn't it, to make YouTube videos, so I stopped.
I think you not anymore. YouTube's the king now.
Yeah,
that's where you need to be. It's YouTube, like that dominates everything. YouTube is the one.
Yeah, I plan to get back into YouTube when I can. But at the time, wanted to avoid a bit of bullying. I think I cared a bit too much what people think, but it soon came out of me.
I think we all do, don't we? Especially at a young age. And I mean, if you're going to start doing something, putting yourself out there at that age, you're going to get destroyed.
Absolutely 100%.
So tell us about What sort of content do you do now then? What's your special? Because I see you sort of mixing out quite a lot. I'd say like a variety streamer from what I've seen.
Yeah, I'd probably go with a variety streamer. It's difficult for myself to say what I actually do. Yeah, just would be a variety streamer. I just stream and whatever I do, I end up doing. I do IRL, I react to stuff, I play games, I do all sorts. But yeah, I just go from place to place, really.
And what's like something that you focus on, or are you just happy? I'm guessing enjoying yourself, sharing it with your community, and having fun.
Genuinely, just having a laugh. Like I just love having a laugh and having a joke with the chat and stuff like that.
And as you mentioned, obviously you've got a job and stuff like that. Are you looking to do this full time? Which I imagine the answer is yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It'd be a dream to do that. Like when I first started doing it, I was literally just going live on TikTok. Just going live on TikTok for like an hour or two, playing clubs with viewers. And I commented on one of Ginger's posts, and he liked the comment and he followed me. So then I made another video, like taking the piss, saying like, "Oh yeah, me and Ginger best mates now" and stuff like that. And he commented on that as well. And all my mates was like, "Right, you need to start streaming on Twitch now. You need to start streaming on Twitch." So started streaming on Twitch, and then that's when I first got my first raid from Ginge, and I just smashed out from there and just started loving it even more.
And like I've obviously come across you in like role play. Do you do much of that anymore?
It's something I do enjoy doing, but for me, I struggle. I don't know if it's just because I've got like a lack of an attention span. But with roleplay, you've got to be quite patient, and I'm just constantly running around, like just having a laugh with everyone. Because I'm not roleplaying; I'm just being myself, and I'll just end up getting kidnapped and then killed and stuff like that. So I do like roleplay, and I do want to do it, but I seem to struggle to get into like bigger scenes and stuff like that. But I suppose it takes dedication.
It's yeah, I mean, especially if you're quite new to it, it's really hard to get into. And like you say, making a character rather than being yourself and that stuff. But the best times you'll ever have in role play is just going in and having fun. Sadly,
Yeah,
like it's a beautiful art, but when you go in as yourself and cause terror, viewers absolutely love it. It's not very fun for like OGs like myself and others, but but to be fair, like when I come across you and you're going around terrorizing, you handled it well and you weren't a dickhead. It was extremely fun.
Yeah. To be fair, I think when I did that one where I leaked where every single gang was, I didn't even realise like the consequences of that like at all. But
yeah, because you were going around to every block. Yeah. And I remember all the gangs were like, "What is going on?" And it was every gang. And I just thought this is some proper dickhead who's obviously come in. And then when we got older, bro, I was like, I know who this is. I was like, what is he doing?
That's what I mean. I dip in and out of it that often. I don't know like the storyline the entire time. So I joined a gang at that point, and I was just like, listen, I'm in a gang now. I want to start getting some RP going around. I want to get a bit of dominance going on here. And it went the opposite way.
And role play is very, very good for streamers. Though very, very good for streamers, very good for viewers and that. So and when I come across you, you've always been very, very funny. But I've seen like you've been doing a bit of Call of Duty recently, haven't you?
Yeah, much to the viewers' dismay, they hate it. They absolutely hate COD. But at the same time, though, like even though they hate COD, having like those 50, 60 people there while I'm still playing it, and they don't like the fact that I'm playing it, that's mental. Like that's special to myself in like other ways of having loads of views while I'm doing something else in a sense. Because it's mental that even though they hate the game that I'm playing, they're still sticking around because I imagine they like me as a person. But yeah, he's mental.
I see you as a bit of a rager. Are you a bit of a rager? Do you kick off at COD?
I can be. It depends. I do lose my head every now and then.
That's probably what they're all waiting for. They're probably waiting for you to go mad and laugh their heads off.
Yeah, probably.
What are you doing, like the camo grinds or something like that? Is it?
Yeah, every time. I've not played COD I've not played the last few CODs to be fair, because I think they've been a bit wank. But this one actually seems like a decent one. Yeah, I tend to get like 3 categories diamond and then sod it off. So that was probably what was going to be happening in this year.
And then with your like IRL streams, what do you do? Like, what do you do with your IRL stuff?
So IRL streams, it's difficult. Like, it's like I had a plan to go to a horror, like an actual haunted house. I wanted to stay the night there for Halloween, but my shit planning meant that didn't go through. It's difficult to plan, but I'd like to do more. Preferably.
Whereabouts are you from?
Like Worsley, if you know what that is, Worsley in Manchester.
Do you know what? I'm a paranormal investigator.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have told me that before, mate, couldn't you? Cheers, mate. Cheers.
No, but I could potentially set something up with you if you wanted. If you wanted me to fucking actually plan it and get
We'll have a look into that then.
And get somewhere where you could actually stay, because I know a few places and what they're like and shit like that. That would be good. I've been meaning to do it for a lot. I'm shit at planning as well. I have these great ideas and I never do them. But I've been planning to get creators together and go to a place and stay there, and like we live stream it and we all like sort of switch and shit like that. Yeah, do you think you'd be able to handle it?
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, though, like, I think it's a mint idea, and then the more I was getting closer to booking it, I'll be honest, I was shaking like a shitting dog. That's what my dad's good for. Like, I'll come up with these ideas, and my dad will go, right, we need to plan it then. But because like my life, I'm so like shy for time. Like, I literally go to work, come home, eat, and by the time I've eaten, I'm going live.
Where were you planning to go, or did you not get that far?
I think there was one in Sheffield. Supposedly it was the most haunted in England.
Yeah.
But it's fully booked.
Yeah, all the good ones take ages, but yeah, I've been meaning to do it because I've done it for a while now, and it doesn't bother me as such. But taking like new people is so much fun.
What's like the scariest thing you've seen then?
Me?
Yeah.
I have loads and loads and loads of stories. My first ghost hunt, I flew all the way to New York.
Jesus.
And it was a very, very well-known place. There was loads of stuff. I think the worst thing I could ever describe happening at that place was my neck being scratched. And I sort of said to people I said, like, something's scratching me. And I went downstairs and my neck was like sunburnt. Like, my neck was bright red. Like, you pull my t-shirt down, my skin was normal, my neck was red and it had like scratch marks on it. Like, very kinky. And one of the guys there got like possessed in front of me, and all of a sudden he just sat on the floor, grabbed this toy football, threw it, and like spoke like a child, and he was like, play with me, and he was throwing a ball expecting it to come back. Like, I think I've got it on video as well. Yeah, you look pretty shocked.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like this stuff ain't no joke. These stuff ain't no joke. Like, it's nuts, man.
What the fuck? What if he brought it home with him though?
Yeah, people do that. People do that. Yeah, it happens a lot.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Then let's get that sorted. When
you get into like that sort of world and shit, like, it's bad, mate. It's bad, but it can be incredibly funny. There's crazy like witchy stuff you can do to like protect yourself, but you're never 100% safe.
Yeah. No, honestly, Cosney, mate, you've sold it to me. Yeah.
But I know for well you'd still do it.
Yeah, well, to be fair,
I have to see what I can do, mate, because I'm with a company that goes like all over the UK, mainly self. But I'll see if I can help you out with that, and because I can also do. I'm also like a psychic medium as well, so that helps.
What? So you could like read me? Can you do it through here, or have you got to like touch my hands or something?
I can do, yeah. I don't have to touch it now. I can do it online. I do it on Twitch now and then. It's hard. It's tough to do, but it does help when you go on ghost hunts and shit like that. But yeah, it's tough to do and it's extremely tiring. But
all right. Well, can you do it to me off this? Obviously, it'll take a while on air, but yeah.
Maybe one day, yeah. Maybe one day. Read you. Yeah. It's people always do that when I talk about it. They're like, Well, go on then. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. People do it on Twitch all the time. You get some username like Bob24, and he's like, can you read me, please? And I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, you'll get like a message or whatever, and you're like, Bob, like, do you know this? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, here we go, right, fine.
What? So you can just do it for a username?
Done it loads of times.
Right, so there's a bloke called Jakeydavies' left bollock. Could you do it to him?
No, it's really, really hard to explain. I don't actually know how it works. I just know I can do it. I've done training in it and stuff, but there has to be like some sort of like connection. It sounds bullshit. It really, really does, which doesn't help. Which is why I don't talk about it a massive amount. But yeah, I've had people in my chat. I can do it from just a username.
That is.
And obviously, no one's here to back me up, but my stream can.
Yeah.
Pop in when I'm streaming and say, guys, can this guy read people from a Twitch chat? And they'll all back me up.
I'll have a look.
I've told people like their sisters' names, their mum's names, just from their username, but it's extreme. I don't know how to explain
my
it.
Lazy eye.
Huh?
My superpower's my lazy eye.
And what powers does that give you?
I can look around corners.
I think that's what I come across your streams quite a lot, and I think that's a good thing with you is you are very funny, very funny. And I probably shouldn't repeat it on here, but there was one thing you said about something, and you identified as a frying pan or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Do you remember when I was on police and I was drowning you, and you were there going? I pulled you out. And the other officer turned up, asked what, I can't remember what it was, but you were like, I identify as a frying pan or a saucepan. And I think I nearly cried. I had to walk away from my fucking computer a lot. It was tough, man. It was tough. But that's always good in roleplay when you get people that know and just don't give a fuck. It's extremely funny. It's very, very funny. But like so for like yourself to like go full time, what do you plan? Like what's your plan to be able to do it, to get to that stage? Do you have a plan in place, or do you just hit every day as it comes? You seem a kind of the guy that's just like winging it.
So in a sense, I'm still very new to it. I'm trying certain things. I think posting on YouTube is going to have to be part of it, definitely. But what I do now is I just post a TikTok every time just before I go live, and then while that's gaining views, if people like it, I hope that they're gonna hop into Twitch while I am live and stick around for a bit, and that's the approach I take with it. Because I think with TikTok, like what platform are you guaranteed minimum 200 views? Like,
yeah,
which is mental when you think about it. But I just enjoy doing it. Look, I get it's not guaranteed, like I'll ever get to go full time with it. But if I'm able to do so, it'd be mental. And I think there was a time where I was so like for like a month or so, I was tunnel visioned on going full time, and it didn't go how I wanted it to go. And yeah, I had the wrong mindset for it. But then when I just took a step back and realised why I do stream, why I do make content, and remembered that, I started to enjoy it more again, and like I did better at it as well.
When you attempted full time, did you give it a shot at literally like, right, I'm going to give this a go full time?
No, it's I just streamed like a lot more. So instead of like having a day off to go and play football with my mates or going for a meal with my girlfriend, I basically shut everyone out and just went stream. And when I did that, that's the worst I've ever done with streaming.
Yeah, I think I've done it for 3 years, and I've got to say, I think that's a stage that I'm finally getting to as well. Because in your mind, you think this is my dream, this is what I want, do it constantly. But I'm slowly starting to figure out I don't think it's the right thing. And like you said, you enjoy it more stepping back.
Yeah, when I say stepping back, I just mean like in the sense of stepping back and like realizing why you're doing it. And it's like I enjoy doing it. I like having a laugh with people. I like having fun. And when I just took a step back and say, like, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, not because I want to do it for a job, then that's when I've started. Like, I probably stopped enjoying it for like 2-3 weeks because it was stopping me from seeing family and stuff like that. And it's because I was treating it like a job. But as soon as I got out of that 2-week period, I'm back to loving it. It was just, yeah.
And how often do you stream now?
Probably like 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah. And is that mostly like evenings, is it, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And did I see you've just done a subathon as well? Is that right?
I've never done a subathon. I did a sleep stream a few weeks back.
Or it might have been a 24, maybe.
Yeah, it was like a 24-hour. It was like a 24-hour. I did that, which was quite good, to be fair.
The 24s they're tough going. They are. I find. I think they fucking ruin me, but I think I'm too old for it.
I'd love to do one on the scale of like what Kai Cenat's done. Like that'd be a dream to like do it in that kind of sense. But yeah,
he has like, the trouble is he's got like a whole production team, hasn't he? It's like a fucking movie
level,
and I dread to think like how much money is coming in from that.
Yeah.
And he, like you say, he'll have a whole team there because he has cameras all over his house as well. I don't even think it's his house. He rents a house for a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah. He goes for a piss and the cameras on him. I couldn't have that. I couldn't have that one, to be fair.
Because he showers with it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like Big Brother, I suppose, on Twitch. And then you get your mates around. But he's killing it, mate. That guy is an absolute monster. Because he had Kevin Hart on recently, didn't he? And then what did I seen him recently? He done Chained Together with I Show Speed. Like they were in some, I don't know if it was a house or something, but they were literally chained together playing this game, and they couldn't unchain until they completed it.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, that'd be crazy to do.
I think, that level's what we all dream for, though, isn't it? But that level is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So with like the Angry Ginge thing that you've done, have you had any other crazy ideas like on that scale? Because you must take a huge bit of, like you said, that went well.
Yeah.
And I suppose a lot of people would look at that and go, that's fucking clever. Because I did. When you done it and I heard about it, I was like, do you know what? That's really, really smart. Have you ever done anything else a bit more wild and been proud of what you've done?
I set my PC up in my garden and set off fireworks on bonfire night. And had like a real fire behind me. That was quite a good stream.
You done what?
So I took my PC out in my garden, set up my PC in my garden. I had my garden behind me, like fully outside, setting off fireworks. Played a bit of COD, like just in my garden, with like a proper fire behind me. Because I don't know if you can see it on air, but it's got an advert right now. But I've got like a fire, and like I have it on every stream. It's kind of people take the piss out of it, but I think it's quite
aesthetic.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
I don't know what the word is either.
Yeah, I don't think it exists. What I was trying to say, to be honest with you.
So, was that your idea or your dad's idea or a stream's idea?
That one was my idea, but my dad helped me with it massively because I weren't too sure how it was going to work. But he's got this massive extension lead, which saved the day.
Did it work?
It did, yeah. It was a short stream because it started raining, but it did quite well, yeah.
I don't know. Can you get banned for that or not? I don't know.
That was a worry I had. That's a worry I had. I checked with a few other creators. I checked with like HQ and stuff like that, and he said it's okay as long as you don't point at anyone. And then my girlfriend came onto my stream actually and then pointed it at me, so that was quite fun.
I don't think I've ever seen that, so that's a really good idea. I've seen I Show Speed blow up his bedroom.
Oh yeah, but... we're doing that.
You seem like the kind of guy that would go to extents of that for entertainment, though.
Probably in some sense, but at the end of the day, I got to remember I live in it. So,
what have you got? Have you got anything else lined up next?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like really, really crazy, but I've got stuff sorted for Christmas that I think will be quite fun.
Is that a secret?
You'll find out on December 1st. Is this going to go out before then, do you reckon?
No, it'll be sweet. This will go out in about 3 weeks' time. I've got Sam's locked up, so you're safe to tell me.
Oh damn! All right, yeah, sound then. Now so like this, and fucking hell, November 30th, I'll be streaming like from like 6 through to like 2 a.m. on December 1st. And my entire stream, I'm gonna have a green screen on, and then when it hits midnight, I'll turn the green screen off, and like it's gonna be like Santa's grotto in my bedroom.
Okay.
Which is the aim, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to do this yet, but I want to get like someone to dress up as Santa as well and come in.
Your dad? Maybe your dad?
Maybe, but I'll have to look into that one.
That's a good aim. With these ideas then, because obviously I know what it's like, but from your perspective, like, do you sit there all the time with your brain fucking frying, searching for ideas, or they just pop in? Like, what's it like for you searching for these crazy ideas?
They just pop in because, like, I think you'll know, like, you'll be streaming and you'll be like, I'm kind of like doing the same thing. This is getting a little bit repetitive what I'm doing right now, and then like you just kind of drop something in like that. That's what kind of how it goes with my brain. So it's like at the minute, I don't think there's not many games around at the minute that are like proper indulging and everyone's obsessed with. Obviously the new COD's just come out, but I think people are getting quite fed up of watching that.
Yeah.
But it came to my brain probably like probably a week ago to do that. And I've bought all the stuff for it. I just need to set it all up.
So you're quite young and enthusiastic still, which is good to see.
Yeah, I love. Honestly, if you would have asked me what I wanted to be when I was like 10, it'd be a content creator. And yeah, I'm doing that. I'm not doing it for a full-time thing, but I'm doing it, so I'm happy.
Mate, I think the key is to just make sure you enjoy yourself, and that is a big key.
Yeah,
big key 100%. In content creating is keep enjoying yourself. I've done it for, I think I've streamed on Twitch for 3 years, and I was on TikTok for a year and a half before that, and it can get very addicting. I don't know if you've ever been in a stage, but like when your numbers are increasing, like you said to me earlier, you got a raid off Ginge. You stayed on till 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's dangerous for numbers. It's really dangerous. So after that, Ginge went away for like a week with the Euros, and I maintained like 160 viewers, going up, going down, slightly below that sometimes. But I'm maintaining that for across 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, I'm sorted here now. If I just keep building on this, I'm good. I went on holiday for around 2 weeks. I went away for a week, came back for a week, went away for a week again. Once came back from that, the views had dropped to around 20. And I was very new to Twitch at the time. I'd never watched a Twitch stream until I started streaming. Like, it's just not something I did. But I just had it in my head, like, oh, those 120 people are just going to come back like that. And it's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. So that was quite defeat. I felt quite defeated after that, but I just kept going.
That's you're replaceable on Twitch, and that's really tough. And I think, like you say, you'll have your loyal community and stuff like that, but you feel someone's need for so long, but if you disappear, they'll find that the sad thing is a lot of people will find someone else.
Yeah.
And that is that's really tough, because it's scary to take time off. And I think that's one thing that scares me.
100%. Like I love doing this now, and it's like my girlfriend's going to me like, "Do you want to go away next year?" And I'm like, "I do," but at the same time, it's like the love and like the passion that I have for this, like the amount of time I've put into it for it, just the fear of it going away in a week, it's mental.
Does that scare you now? Now you've done that, and you stepped away from 160 and come back to 20, does that scare you from taking a break at all or anything?
100%. Like, I'm not scared of having a day off and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you've got to live your life. And what makes me happy is streaming makes me very happy, but my family and my friends, like that keeps me going. Like I like spending time with them as well. And I weren't doing that. Like when I dropped down to 20, it kept dropping from 20, and I probably averaged around 20 to 15 viewers that month, but I just kept going. And the issue was then I started like seeing it as a chore to stream, because I still really wanted it, but I was blocking out my friends and family in a sense where I weren't seeing them as much as I wanted to. Whereas I've got back to that healthy balance now of like I'm streaming a lot, and I love streaming, and I also get to see my family and friends.
Because that feeling when, like you say, and I think a lot of people don't realize this, like you say, we become like a victim to streaming, and it's really, really tough, and it's mentally draining because, like you say, you can't step away, and it makes you incredibly nervous. And because we love doing this, and it's the dream is to be up there, isn't it? Entertaining people. It's very scary to know that it's tough to take a break unless you've been around for years and you've built this massive community. Stepping away for a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, like it's more and more damaging, isn't it? And you come back and you're like coming back and you think all these people are going to be there and they're not. And you're like, shit.
Yeah, I think the way around that now is like, for me, it's like I do have a holiday booked next year with family, and I think I'm just going to do an IRL stream maybe once or twice.
I think that's the key. When you go away, you've got to carry on. You have to carry on with your streams. You don't really get a break when you're in this life, but you also you do get the chance to showcase your life when you are enjoying it and going on holidays, don't you?
Yeah, it's like with this. It's I love it. I absolutely love it, and I don't see it as a job. I don't see it as anything. I think that's why I'd love to do it full time, because at the end of the day, I'm just having a laugh. I'm playing games. That's what I'm here doing.
I think it's I think like one thing from my own experience, I think like having a job and a separate life outside of online is really good and really healthy. You've got a secured income, and that way you can just purely focus on having fun. You haven't got to worry about bills, shit like that. You can just go, no, I love this, and that's what I'm going to focus on. When it becomes like a job and a source of income, that's where you go. I need this money. I need this, and you start looking at viewers, subs, and shit like that, and then you're forced to focus on the money coming in from it rather than actually doing your job, which is entertaining. It's very hard to do them both at the same time. The whole time it's going well, it's great, but it's a massive roller coaster, like anything, isn't it? And you sort of get to a point where you're like, and like I say, new Call of Duty's out now. So how many people play Call of Duty? Thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands. So they're not going to be watching someone play Call of Duty. They're going to be playing it, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like I look at it differently now. Like, if things start dipping, then like I go, all right, okay, I'll try something different. And it's like I'll still be doing something I enjoy. Like, I'm not going to turn away from something that I enjoy. But I think in content creation, bless me, I think it's very much you either ride the wave or you let it wash you up, in a sense.
Yeah.
But I also think it's important to do something that you enjoy. Like, it's like a lot of people do RP, and I will play RP again because I do enjoy doing it. But at the same time, there's a time where I was forcing myself to play RP, but I weren't engaging in any scenes. I was just driving around, wandering around, and no one wanted to engage in RP with me, really. So that was quite tough. But I think at the end of the day, people just want to have a laugh with you.
What sort of games like do you think that has paid off best for like yourself? Does it work on games for you, or is it for who you are? Like, being a variety streamer is really hard, really tough.
I think the best stream, like the most that hold the viewers the best, is when it's IRL or if it's just me, which is quite nice in a sense. Yeah, and I think that's what it is as well. Like, if you are looking to this in the long run, it's like, but I'll always do some kind of content creation now. I think like it's just something I love. Whether it's like this don't work out, I'll probably still do it on the side anyway. But like I'll go into like TV or something like that. I just love it. But yeah, you just got to do stuff what you enjoy at the end of the day. Like, and I think if you are looking to go in for it for the long term, I think you need to build it around the person you are rather than the games you play. But that's how I look at it. That's not to say I don't think there's like any written code in being a successful streamer. I think luck comes into it, but I also think it just happens to. Some people happens to, not others. I don't know.
I would agree with you on there, and it's not to take it away from anyone's success. I think luck does come into it. Something might happen, or you might do something But I think it's a very good way for anyone watching to understand. It's a very good bit of advice is focus on who you are, not the games, because this is the one with RP streamers. You can play RP, then you can go and play something else, and 50% goes. And then that's like a big, that can be, it depends how you view it, but that can be a big confidence booster because you're like, oh shit, do they not like me? Like, or what is it? I think that's a very clever way to look at it, and to mix it up. And if you start off straight away mixing it up all the time, then your guys will go, well, he mixed up. And like you say, you play Call of Duty and your guys hate it, but they still stick around for you. Like, that's an awesome feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, mental. I think what it is with RP now, like the way I see it now, like looking back on it, it's like people see it as a TV show. I think, and it's like RP didn't work for me, but at the same time, I weren't engaged in any scenes. I weren't part of any stories. Whereas you look at Tommy's absolutely killing it. He joined Moist. People wanted to continue to follow the story of Moist, and they still do now.
Tommy's done very, very well. In 3-4 months, he's done levels that people dream of for years. Like, he's absolutely killing it. And yeah, it's just about, like you say, a lot of people view it as a TV series, and it's all about these stories and making it. And that is the beauty of RP, is taking the time to make these stories. And once you get something good going, people are just grasped on it, and they just carry on watching and absolutely love it. Which Definitely. That's why it's like the highest viewed game on Twitch, I believe. Nothing else really competes, does it? Because every other game's so predictable.
Yeah, I'm really excited for GTA 6.
Yeah, but that's going to be years, isn't it?
I think it is next year, but I think it's towards the end of next year. I have no intentions of stopping streaming, so.
I've heard rumours that, and I don't know if they do it at this day and age, but I've heard rumours that it's not going to be on PC for a year after that.
I think that's what they did with GTA 5, but
that was 10 years ago. But that's the thing that I'm thinking. It's very clever from them and very cheeky, because I haven't got an Xbox, but I will go and buy one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that if they go, they will near on double their sales, won't they?
Yeah, 100%.
They'll team up with PlayStation and Xbox and go, hey, do you want to do a Rockstar fucking edition? And we're fucking raking loads of money, because they will.
100%.
Because a lot of people have computers now, don't they?
Yeah.
So they don't have these consoles. So if they go, yeah, it'll be on console for a year, and especially content creators, you need to jump onto it. So there's 400-500 quid down the pan, isn't there?
What is weird though? What is weird with GTA? Rockstar seem to release the GTAs like a year or a couple of months before they announce the next console, which is mind blowing to me. I think it's mental. The PS5 is going to be out for like 5 years next year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how long. And they've been out for a long. The trouble is now you can just update stuff a lot, can't you? Rather than bring out something new, you just update. That's why GTA's lasted so long, and like the 5M scene has done so well, because all these guys can edit so much stuff. I don't know how GTA 6 is going to compare.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do that can beat what all these script creators can create and do like that right now? It's going to be, how are they going to smash it out of the park? I have no idea. But the one thing with Rockstar is they take the time they release games when they're perfect, I believe.
That's the best thing to do, because you look at games like Cyberpunk and they bottled it, didn't they? So.
Yeah, that was a shocker. That was, but it will be good, and hopefully, like you said, there's not. What game has come out recently that's given us a buzz for something new? I couldn't tell you.
No, I mean, there's games that I enjoy and that I love, like the new COD, but what's the life of that? Like, but at the same time, I don't. It's difficult because I would definitely were looking at stuff like that now, but I've moved away from games in a sense where it's just like I'm happy to say, like, I don't think people necessarily watch me for the games that I play. Some people will do, but yeah, like I was playing GTRP because I felt like I had to play GTRP at one point,
Yeah.
to keep growing. But that's not necessarily the case, to be honest.
I mean, yeah.
I think
It's
GTA 6 is the next big one that's probably gonna make a new number of creators.
I think so, yeah, and like I think a lot of people feel they're forced to play like GTA RP, but it depends. Like you say, are you doing it for fun? Are you doing it for your job? If you do it for a job, then you kind of have to go where people want you to go.
Oh, 100%. Like, but I think if you naturally enjoy playing games anyway, I think you're in the safe. Like, OG Fortnite, the original map's coming out next Friday. I'm buzzing for that, I won't lie. But like, it's like streaming's giving me a new like love for games again. Like, I stopped enjoying playing games, but since I started streaming again, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I thought the OG map had already been done, or are they not done it yet?
They did it. It was really successful. Took it away. It's dipped again. They're bringing it back again this time, but permanently because it did so well. And it's guaranteed to get your numbers. That guaranteed.
I remember when they last done that. Like it was ridiculous. It's crazy what it can do. But people love Fortnite, don't they? They absolutely love it.
Yeah, and the thing is with that now, they're playing on nostalgia as well. Like when that first came out, I was 13, playing with my mates each night, and when they brought that out, at the time, I think I was looking for a job, but I stopped looking for a job and started bashing Fortnite with my friends again. Like, it's because it's nostalgic and it plays on like what you used to do, what you used to enjoy doing when you had no care in the world.
Did you see that? I think this was true. Ninja earned 100 grand in 1 minute when that came out. Yeah, he had that many people watching him. I can't remember what he done. I think he said there's an ad coming up shortly. And if you need to subscribe now. And he done something ridiculous like 100 grand in 1 minute. I hate passing on wrong information, but I think I'm right. In 1 minute.
I think I've seen something like that where he like shown that you can sub through Prime, and the amount of Prime subs he got was ridiculous. It might have been that.
That's what it was, yeah. It might have been that. He said you can sub through Prime, and within 1 minute, I think he showed a video of it, and it just went like. But these guys have been doing it for fucking God knows how long, professional gamers. But yeah like you imagine like people like me or you, like a smidge of that, like, I'd cry. I wouldn't know what to do. I think I'd I wouldn't say anything for fucking hours, I don't think.
Yeah, with your streams though, like why don't you step into that world of like the, what do you call it? Like the spooky side, like the ghost side of it.
I used to do it on TikTok. But I'm like you said, I'm all for planning. And if you have you ever watched like paranormal investigations on YouTube at all or anything?
Yeah, I used to watch BuzzFeed.
That is like an hour of 3 days. Now, I try and deliver the most authentic experience possible. So I won't hype anything up. I won't pretend. So it's very dull. And
You've got an actual love for it and respect for it.
I respect it, and I'm not here to lie to anyone. The reason I started doing it is because I believed it was bollocks. And the only way to prove it is go and do it yourself. And then I could tell you 100 stories right now and you still wouldn't believe me unless I showed you. So that's why I done it, and I wanted to showcase it. But when you go, you'll use devices that will say your name. They'll say they're going to kill you. I've heard that every time I go. But then there'll be streamers that will go, oh my God, it said my name. Yes, it said it for the 100th time, mate, and you've heard that every time. It's not going to shock you. I can't do that. But so, yeah, when I have done it, it's a very, very long, slow night, and sometimes you are just a weirdo sat on your own in a dark room.
Yeah, maybe that's something you make into a YouTube video. I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? But at the end of the day, like I'm getting better with my planning, and I gotta thank my dad for that because he's helped me better with it. Because I think if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Correct. I'll clip that and I'll put that up as Jakeydavies motivation for the year. But so what does it mean to you to have such support from your parents? Because I think this will be like episode 26. I don't think many people have ever sort of said they've got a lot of backing. A lot of people do this on their own. They might have partners, but like, what does that mean to you to have a parent so supportive of what you're doing?
I really it's mental. Like at first he didn't get it, but he soon picked it up, and then from that point, don't be wrong, sometimes he gives me ideas and they're absolutely shit, but because they come from like a different time when you think like this isn't about for them, but he does genuinely come up with some good ideas and he's supportive. Like I've got equipment here that I wouldn't even think of buying and I'd probably still not have it. Like my dad loves a bargain. He loves just Facebook Marketplace. He loves a lot. I've got a stream deck here that he got for me. I think it was like 15 quid or something like that. I've got a XLR. Didn't even know they were a thing, but he just got it. Like, don't be wrong, right? He walks in, he goes, "Jake, you owe me 150 quid." And I go, sorry, what do you mean? He's gone, "I've bought this one." "All right, cheers, mate. I just won't pay off my car then this month." But yeah. But
that's quite heartwarming though to hear. That is, I mean, that's really, really nice to hear that you've got someone, even though he's coming in saying you owe you that. Stream Deck, it is a must-have for a streamer. Go XLR, it is a must-have for a streamer. You can't get any better. And like you say, you wouldn't have it. It took me ages to get mine, and they're not cheap. So if he's found a bargain,
that was a bargain. This one.
Does he sit and watch you a lot then while you're streaming?
Honestly, mate, he goes across all of them. He's found a love for GTRP, which I think is a bit of his guilty pleasure. He's not as badly as he was with it, but when I first started going, first few months, like he'd be in your stream, he'd be in Tommy's stream. He genuinely enjoyed it. He found it funny, and he enjoyed it all. But yeah, he sits in there. He sits in there every now and then, pops in.
Has he got a username like? Now. Has he got like Jakeydavies' dad? Is that his username or something?
No. I'll let him stay incognito, but a few people have clocked on who he is in my chat and other people's chats.
That's what he should do though, because that's good advertisement for you.
100%.
Like, what was that? There's a guy who lives near me. Do you ever hear of Brad's dad on Facebook?
No.
Do you never hear of that?
No.
He used to be a windows cleaner, and he used to video his dad ranting. And he built all his content, and it was cool. It was like, it was called like Brad's dad or something. His dad would just fucking moan, and he went mega, big time. And then he got a missus and that. But yeah, him and his dad were known everywhere. That's what he used to do. He used to change his name to Jakeydavies' dad.
I'll get him on it.
And then when he's like in people's streams watching, you can comment and be like, "Oh shit, his dad's in here." Hey.
Yeah, like he gets all my my stream summaries. So I used to have an old Twitch account, but it was like some random letters, so I couldn't use my email at the time. I have to wait. I think I can use my email now. My account's just not changed it over yet, but my account's actually set up in my dad's name. Like, with the email, so he gets like a feedback of each stream, and he wakes up early in the morning. So by the time I've woke up, he goes, "Good stream last night, son." Whatever. But
that's really, really cool to hear. That is though. I've got no one doing that for me. Can I link his email address to mine so he can message me? Good stream last night.
He probably will, mate. He probably will.
I want him to text me in the morning and say, "Good stream, Cosby." I think we all need some people have partners, friends, and stuff like that. I've got a good team behind me, but yeah, that's a really, really nice thing to hear, which I don't think I've ever heard in the podcast.
Yeah, he finds the positives in things sometimes. Like there was a time, honestly, like I was dropping down to like 9 viewers and stuff like that, and that was damaging. But like my dad just said to me, like, "You've been doing." At the time, I was like, "I've been doing it 3 months." Like, "You've been doing it 3 months. You went up to the top very quickly. This was always going to happen. You said to me it was going to happen. Just got to keep going with it." And I've started building again now, which I'm grateful for.
when you get like when you do drop, how do you feel about it? Do you get like a big urge to try and get back up there, or do you just you come across like you just carry on doing what you're doing?
Yeah, at first it hurt. Like it was daunting because I'd gained a passion for it. I loved doing it. And I looked at that and in a sense felt like, am I wasting my time here? Like I enjoyed doing it, but when you look at numbers like that compared to 150, it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong. But I think if that was to ever happen again, I hope it doesn't, but if it did, I think I'd just go again. I like doing it. Just keep going. I enjoy doing it.
What do you average now at the moment, roughly?
At the moment, it's like 50 to 60. Maybe
Okay,
sometimes
so
slightly below that, but
so
pretty good at the minute.
getting close to that partner push already then.
Yeah, I got close to it the first time, and then like that when I went away, it killed it off completely.
I think it's quite cool though that I mean a lot of people get in the trap of like you say RP. I can imagine even yourself if you go into RP, I bet they peak more. I suppose it's quite cool that you don't necessarily go with the crowd. You
Yeah,
just do your thing. Whereas a lot of people, and especially that partner goal is a big, big goal for people. You probably deep down know you could get it if you tackled RP constantly, because that is a massive gateway. You're in time too. You could get up there. So I suppose it's quite cool that you're just going to do my thing, and whatever happens, happens. I'm guessing.
I just don't think that I'm at my best when on RP. Like I think I can be at times, but for me, I reckon I could probably get eventually partner through RP, but that'd take weeks of getting into the right places with the right people in RP, and then from that point on, it feels like people are there to watch you RP in and watch that story. And I don't want people to watch me because I've got a story on RP. I want them to watch me because I'm taking the piss.
No, honestly, that's a really, really clever and sensible way to look at a streaming career because I think a lot of people do that. You get stuck in the RP, and that's what I do. And if I go and play Icarus, I'll have fucking 10 people watching me, and it's soul destroying. But a lot, and it does make you think, what have I done wrong? Like, do they not like me? And like, if you're known for the game you play and you play something different, it's tough. And it's really, really hard to explain how you feel when you just want to play a different game and you feel
Yeah, but you're great
no
at
one likes it.
RP. Like at the end of the day, like you're very good at RP. You're very good at what you're doing. I guarantee GTA 6 RP when that comes about, when RP's very brand new on that scene, you'd do crazy numbers.
Hopefully, yeah. I've done it for a long, long, long time.
Yeah,
I'm a gamer, so
yeah,
like I wouldn't like you say you come across as an entertainer. I will admit I'm a gamer that I enjoy gaming and showcasing it. So when I've completed something or there's nothing new, I just zap. I think
yeah.
it's the ADHD in me. So I really, really struggle with GTA because I do a lot of hours and I just once I've done what I've done, I'm like rather than going around interacting with people because that's the point. I get to a stage where I'm like, what's next? And then I need to find something. Like I've just recently jumped over to Prodigy to give that a bash, which is probably the leading at the moment, and it's unreal.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's just constant grinding to catch up, which it's not entertaining one bit, really, is it? It's entertaining for a bit once people see it and figure it out, but then after a while, what can you do? You're not entertaining. You're not role playing. It's a tough one.
At the end of the day, like you've got to think like what realistically what do you want to do now? And it's like this is the attitude I have to it. If I'm sat there playing a game and I'm going, this is boring. If the viewers can tell that I'm bored doing it, why would
Yeah,
someone want to watch me bored?
exactly. Yeah.
That's the way I see it. But sometimes you just got to put a spin on some things. It's like you're doing this podcast thing now, and I watched an episode the other day. It's good. It's good, and like not many people are going to be podcasting just like content creators on the come up or just trying something. Like this is a
No,
side that people won't see, and it's like I'd like to do like some kind of not a podcast, but like some kind of format where like I ask questions while we're doing like Twister or something. I don't know. It's a podcast in some sense, but like you're just there, like mangled on a twister board. Like that's an idea that I've got that I'd like to do at some point. But
I really, really enjoy these podcasts, and the good thing is, I think like 95% of creators don't get to episode 20 because they're really tough to do. And like you say, like these are up and coming people. So fuckers like yourself, you could skyrocket, and then I'd be like, right, I was talking to that guy when he was chilling on 50, 60 viewers, talking about going up and down, and look at him. And like you say, I think you're episode 26. We started content creators about 10, 11. So I've had 16 creators on here. I've got 4 more booked. I absolutely love it. And I speak to you right now who you are. Yeah. Whether you put an image on or not, you streaming is necessarily more than likely that streaming Jakeydavies, for example. This is a hope. I don't think you're any different, actually. I think you're one of them guys who's, I am who I am. But some people, you have a persona, but whether that's good or bad, one-on-one, no audience, even though people are going to watch it, it's great to learn who the person is. What have they been through? Where are they going? What do they find? And then other content creators, viewers can watch it and listen to the story of who they are. We've had some great episodes from like Abdul. Abdul is top 2,000 in Twitch. There's a lot of advice in there that you can take in, and every single person I speak to, I take snippets of everything. Every single person is giving me stuff. Even today, there's stuff from yourself that I will take, and I will use that to improve myself. It's like a free training course for me, and I really, really enjoy it. But it took me a long time to do it.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get the balls to just get out there, and that's the same with a lot of content creation, and it's just getting the balls. Like your firework idea, like your ghost hunting idea, you haven't done it, but if you'd done it, it would pay off. It's just getting the balls or the brains or the ideas to just go, nope, we are doing this, and it will go well.
Sometimes it's just like getting up and doing it. Like I'm bad for the gym at the minute. Like I just don't find the time to be able to do it. I'm getting back into it now, but there was a time where I was going to the gym consistently, and I was actually getting to a place where I was happy. Now, mate, I've got proper chippy tits. It's not great, I'll be honest.
Chippy tits.
Yeah, nearly bigger than my girlfriend's, genuinely. But I'm getting back into that now. But it's just that feeling of like, I know it's going to have a good result, but I can't be bothered to do it. But if you just force yourself to do it, don't me wrong, I'm not like I'm not the Rock, mate. I'm not getting up and doing it every time. Like I'll still go, no, I'm not doing it. But this is something that I'm trying to get across to myself. Like I'm like having this argument with myself every day. When you get up and force yourself to do it, once you've done it, there's no better feeling than like being like, oh, I've done it now. Like,
do you, especially on the lines of like fitness and health, do you think gaming and streaming affects that? Do you think it makes it harder to live an active lifestyle, to go out when you can just stream, you can just play a game, you're sat in a chair for long hours? Do you find that you struggle with that at all?
Honestly, it's going to sound stupid, but I blame my job for that instead of this. But I think that's because I actually really want to do what I'm doing now. And then, like, I'll be sat at work and I'm like this, like that, like on my computer, because I work an office job. I'm like, this is awful. My posh is awful. I'm snacking. Whereas if I'm sat here, I'm not asked because I'm working towards something that I want. Like, I'm happy with that. But I'll be at work and I'll be like, this is shit. I'm going to get home at 6. I could have gone to the gym in this time. I could have seen family. I could be editing TikToks. Like, yeah, that's the way I look at it. And to be honest, it could get to the point where I've wasted my life doing this, but I'll be happy that I've tried it. Like, I think I'm at the age now, and I'm grateful for like the people I'm surrounded with, because a lot of my friends work for themselves and like they work for their own thing. So I've got 2 mates who run an agency together who's doing okay at that. And my mate edits for YouTubers, and he's done really well in that. And those people, like that's their dream, what they want to do, and they've kind of laid that onto me in the sense of like, we're young, you're not going to have a chance to try and do what you want to do like you are, like I have now. Like obviously you can, But it's never too late to do it. But being young and doing it is a no-brainer.
I think there's probably a lot of people, like, I'm 31. I think there's probably a lot of people outside your age doing drugs, robbing sheds and shit like that. Like,
Yeah, robbing sheds.
That's I think that's what I done when I was 19. You don't have any fucking money. You're going around causing trouble, and yeah, I mean, it's a young age, so to focus on a career is a good thing to do, and like it can go anywhere. But the most important thing is to say you've done it, you tried it, and then you can't look back and go, well, I didn't do that. Do you know what I mean? It's
so that's what I mean. Like with this career, you can't be like, oh, I'm saying that you can be 50 and be streaming, but yeah, I don't know. Like, this is just something that I've always wanted, and people go, "Oh, what's your dream job?" And you automatically go to something that's like typical, and you're like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind being a policeman," but it's like, do I really want to be a policeman, or am I just being a policeman because I've been told that you're supposed to get a secure job? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mental.
What is it like in your own words? Then, what is it about this that brings you the love? What is it that you aspire to be? What is it that gives you that passion for it?
I just get to be myself, and like the prospects that I could make a living. Like I hate, like, not to sound like a woke weirdo, but it's like I hate money. Like money, I just hate that we have to live by money in a sense. But if I am going to have to make money, the fact there's a prospect that I could do it from just being myself is mental, and it's like, yeah, oh shit, I just dropped my chair. No, if I just get to live my life by being myself, and I've got that freedom of doing what I want to do, like, I think there's nothing better than that, and I think that's how life should be lived, not sitting in an office working for someone else's job. But that's not to say, like, some people do that, and that's happy, like, you're working on your own career, but I think that's just like the mindset that's been set with the people around me, in a sense.
I couldn't agree with you more. My dream as well is to be who I am and live my life that everyone deserves. But sadly, you need a lot of money to have a great life, I believe. I don't think many people can argue with that. I mean, there's technicalities. Yeah, you don't need money to be happy.
Yeah.
I think to live your life, experience the world. You step outside your front door, there's 100 quid gone straight away. And I think that's the problem in this industry. You can potentially be invited to places people cannot go if you get good enough. You can get. My phrase as a content creator is I do this because I want free shit. I want someone to go, hey, you got people that watch you. I'm going to send you a hat. Cool. I haven't got to buy a fucking hat. You become the product, and there's loads of content creators that you look at, and they get invited to crazy things. And myself, I'm jealous. I think I want some of that. I want to do that.
Something I'd love to do, and it's like, this is so stupid, but it's like I was in a call with Ginge the other day playing COD, and I was just like, how can I play in a charity match? And I know it sounds stupid. It's like, I'll be honest, I don't mind a bit of charity, but I want to play like on a football pitch with people. Like, I like playing football. Like, and if there's a prospect that I could go on and play football in a charity match, then that's pretty mental. Like, yeah, you can do it and not be a creator, but I think that's something cool about it that I'd love to do.
I mean, it's a fact of being around big creators, isn't it? It's like you say, if you could wiggle your way into with massive creators, that's the goal. Yeah, you can play a charity match, but it's a bit more heartwarming to go out there with people that you look up as legends, and one day you could be playing with them. Like, even that, like you say, as a goal, is something that we work for and that we want, and we're all content creators are putting in tremendous effort to be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't even think about it in that way. Like, I just meant like going on with other people like same size as me. I'm not bothered, but obviously like that. If I did get to go on, like, I don't even like the Sidemen charity match, that would be mental. I mean, I'm nowhere near that, but that would be pretty mental. I would probably shit it in some sense.
But you never know. All it takes is one clip. That's all it can take these days to get up to a level like that. One clip can send you skyrocketing. what is in that clip? No one knows. It's luck. It is sadly luck of the draw, and it's mainly, like you say, TikTok. It's mainly TikTok that will just go, fuck it, just chuck this one out. You can have crazy edits on there that are phenomenal that will hit 200 views.
Yeah, it's mental.
But I'm awful at this. Best thing to do is just keep posting every day. I don't know if you do that yourself. You said that you try and post before you go live.
Yeah, the best way I've handled with that now is I was streaming till like 1 o'clock, and then editing till like 3, and it was killing me.
Yeah.
I've got a nice lad now called Nizzy, and I give him like a little bit. I pay him for each TikTok, and it just gives me more time. It gives me more time, but it allows me to stay consistent in that area.
Yeah, it's editing. I don't know, mate. I'm awful at it, and I can't stand. I'm really lucky to have a guy who does all of these. If my editor pissed off, I'd be fucked. Like, he'll have these done for me every Monday night, and it go boom. There's done. There's the thumbnail. Very good friend of mine, doesn't charge me a penny. I'm so grateful for him. But if he ever stops, I'm fucked.
You're in trouble.
I'm like, right, I need to learn how to do this now. That's why we try and do these in one take. So for him, it helps him massively. But worst case, I just got to do an intro and outro. Then it makes it so much easier. But Jakey, thank you very much for coming to this podcast. And for someone that's I didn't realize like how new and fresh you had been to it, like 6 months. I thought you've been doing it for a long time. So I'm really, really excited to see where you go. Hearing some of the ideas you've done already are good. They're out there. It's great to see. Wish I'd had the time to think of something as crazy as what you've done. But keep it up, man. And I look forward to see what you come up with next.
Thank you, mate. You too. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.